give us faith we need. You give us hope. You give us solace.
And the stories are filled with pain and heartbreak, and with courage and hope.
In consideration of what happened and how these atrocities...
Theory of that the killings were spontaneous.
Dear Lord, with the prize clear before our eyes, we find the strength to press on.
By it, the elders obtained.
This afternoon, we remember the victims. We pay tribute to young and old, rich and poor, pious and impious. A whole murdered generation. 20 years have passed since the genocide. And for many of us who witnessed immeasurable loss and still bear the memories of what we saw, this landmark means so much. It represents the essence of what we have been through as individuals and as Rwandans within the last 20 years.
Kwibuka 20 calls us to remember, to unite, and to renew our commitment to never again to genocide. It reminds us of our duty to tell the truth of what happened in Rwanda.
Please trust and understand that we shall leave no open doors for deniers and genociders. I don't think they heard us, guys. We shall leave no open door for deniers and genociders.
I think South Bend has always welcomed immigrants and known that we are better for those who have come here to rebuild lives or to start new lives. And it is a pleasure that it is being held here so that we can recall the history of our area and that we can continue to build upon it. So my thoughts are that, as we just saw with the candle ceremony, that the message, at least for me today, to all of you, is this is a message of hope. It is a commemoration, it is a remembrance, but it is a message of hope that we cannot and should not and will not forget. But we ask, where do we go from here? What will I do? What will we do? Who will I be? Who will we be? And how do we move forward to not allow it to happen again, but to actually build better, stronger lives, and that for those who have survived, that you too can find hope in moving forward.
To me, the genocide against Tutsi in Rwanda suggests human butchery, general slaughter, sexual torture, rapes, and carnage.
Arthur Ashe was very often asked in his civil rights work and his AIDS activism work, what do we do? We sit here right now, we've heard about this problem, what do we do? And I've always loved Arthur Ashe's response. He said three things. You start where you are, you use what you have, and you do what you can. You start where you are. You don't have to have a certain degree. You don't have to have certain experience. You don't have to move somewhere else. You start where you are. You use what you have because each of you have some incredible gifts and points of leverage that can make a difference. And then finally you do whatever you can. You do whatever you can. And when I think about remembrance, about unification and renewal, I can think of no better place for us to start than to heeding Arthur Ashe's words. Start where we are, use what we have, and do what we can.